So here at Cooley Farm, we obviously try and produce top eventers and show jumpers. It's very, very important for us that those horses are eating the correct haylage and lying in good beds of straw. There's always a lot of talk these days about ulcers, etc. in horses, and I'm a firm believer that if you have good quality straw and they're picking through it, it's a real help in that department. Another thing we obviously do is buy a lot of very young green horses, and when they arrive here, that might be the first time they've ever been out of their home environment. I also think it really leads to them settling very quickly, and I often see them lying down on the first night here. Another thing with those horses coming straight from the farms is that they might be inclined to pick up a habit, weaving, wind sucking, etc. I think if they have enough straw to pick through, it really minimalises this risk.
Poor quality forage can harbour moulds, fungi, dust and toxins that, if inhaled or ingested, can cause significant performance limiting and potentially life-threatening diseases of the lung, liver, gut, kidney and brain, which can be expensive to treat.
When sourcing forage and straw bedding, obtain the best quality that's available from a reliable source. Test random samples for the presence of moulds in both and assess the nutritive quality of the forage. Often significant investment is made acquiring really good quality forage or bedding, and then poor storage results in the growth of mould or fungi and spoilage.
Raise bales off the floor on wooden pallets, for example, and place plastic on any floors without damp coursing. Weather exposure makes bales susceptible to moulding on the outer layers, causing nutrient losses. Store these neatly and cover the top of the stack with clean straw to absorb moisture from both the roof and the atmosphere. We've seen cases where round bales with 20% mould contamination on the outside after harvest in September can increase to 60% contamination by the following May. Test hay every 2 months throughout storage to quantify if harmful mould levels have increased. Use haylage once opened within 3 days during the summer months and within 4 days in the winter. Black mould like Aspergillus or Cladosporium grows on the walls where haylage is opened. If this isn't washed and disinfected regularly, the spores progress onto nearby open haylage, reducing the safe period of use. Adding new good quality forage or bedding to a storage area with existing moulded forage or moulds on the walls or roofs can result in it becoming contaminated. Dispose of any forage or bedding showing signs of mould or excessive dust.
Storage of forage or bedding, even temporarily on a trailer for example, close to a manure pit, also risks contamination from spores or fungi. To reduce the risk of ringworm, do not store straw near barns with housed cattle. Try to ensure that storage areas do not share their airspace with any animal housing or exercise areas.
Obviously the other side of things is the respiratory. If you have musty straw or bad haylage, you're leaving yourself open for that, and as I've often chatted to the contractors about, the most important day for me is when the horse is at the vetting. If he's making a noise, I don't get money.